All I hear is raindrops falling from a rooftop.
Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today's video is a little bit different because I just felt in my spirit that I needed to share a message with you guys. Hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. This video is just gentle reminders for those who have been feeling lost or those who have been feeling stuck or unmotivated. Like, this video is for you and for me because I just went through a period literally this week. I just got out of a relationship with a person that is very special to me, but you know, when you pour your energy into something, when that is taken away from you, it's like kind of like a piece of you is missing. And then just with the sun not being out and the weather being cold, I just felt very unmotivated. I felt a little lost because I didn't have my rock. Rightfully so, like, life is hard and life isn't always going to be a high, you know? You're not always going to feel sure about yourself. But I think the beauty of it is that you can always find yourself. And so this video is just gentle reminders if you are feeling lost, unmotivated, or just lacking discipline and you just need some help. I'm here, I got you. Basically, like, I pulled oracle cards and they were in line with my notes and how I found ways to come back to myself. But here we go. So my first tip is to call your energy back. It's kind of obvious, you know. What did you give your energy to? Call your power back, babe. Call that energy back. I think it's crazy because I pulled out a card and it says become a clear channel, and in those notes that I wrote down it says do some spiritual and mental housekeeping. And I think that is so in line when you're lost, because it's like something up there and something in you is making you feel all discombobulated and just like so apart from yourself. You need to figure out why you're feeling this way. So get that broom and get that dustpan and sweep out everything that is causing you to feel this way. Do some spiritual and mental housekeeping. That is journaling, that is meditating, that is just spending time with yourself and figuring out, doing journal prompts and just figuring out why you feel this way and how to reclaim your power and your energy. And then another thing that I really liked from the oracle cards that they said was to set stronger energetic boundaries. Set stronger boundaries in general with yourself, with the people in your life, and with where you're pouring your energy into. Set those boundaries. Another way that I came back to myself from feeling lost is just coming back to the things when I felt whole and complete, and like when I felt like that girl. And for me, that was oracle cards and meditation and spending time with myself on my yoga mat and journaling and prioritizing myself and spending less time on my phone. Like, come back to those things that align you with that best version of yourself that you once met before. And another way to call your power back is, yes, get clear on who you are, get clear on why you're here, do some spiritual housekeeping and mental housekeeping, but you also need to implement those practices again that bring you back to being who you are. Implement those practices again that align you to your higher self. Because oftentimes when we're feeling lost, I don't know about you, but me personally, this week looked a lot like me scrolling on my phone for hours, you know. I picked up my phone as soon as I woke up, or just laying in bed or feeling bad for myself. And it's okay to feel your emotions, but don't let them consume you, because you know who you are. So get up and stop standing in your own way. Like, you have these practices in place. It's okay to be lost, but it's not okay to stay lost, okay? My second oracle card that I pulled was do all things in moderation. And I feel like that is something that we don't do when we are lost. Kind of latch on to things and let them consume us. At least personally, when I'm feeling lost, I kind of sulk. And I kind of just stay where I'm at. And like I say, I indulge a lot of Netflix. I indulge a lot of TikTok. I don't do things in moderation. And sometimes I even have periods of my time where I'm feeling lost because I'm doing too much when it comes to my growth. In the sense of I'm not giving myself enough time to just be. I am constantly trying to evolve and change, and I'm constantly trying to be on my stuff to the point where I'm not feeling like myself. I'm not allowing myself to be. I'm just constantly doing things. things. So you have to find that balance, you know. What the oracle card said was follow the middle way, which I love. And me and my friend were talking about this in class. We were talking about like literally the key to life is balance. And it's like when you are lost, it's because your equilibrium is off. Like you are not balanced. You are either very low or too high. Am I right? Like, am I right or am I just talking? I liked some things that they said. They said exercise self-control in the sense of don't do too much because you feel like you're not enough, and don't do too less because you feel like it's too much. And do the things that make you feel in line with your higher self. Do things for you that feel right and that will benefit you. Don't indulge. They said don't indulge in things that sicken you. Netflix was not helping me. It was actually making me feel less and less motivated. But I turned to going on my yoga mat, or I turned to just spending time with myself in a quiet environment and just letting me feel things. I feel like a lot of times when we're lost, we stay lost because we refuse to find the root of the problem. And it's like, come on, stop consuming things that aren't benefiting you. But with that being said, it's like, enjoy life. You are, I think Lynette said this. She said, you are not a self-improvement project that constantly needs to be fixed. You are not something that constantly needs to be fixed. It is okay to exist. It is okay to be. So yes, you are allowed to go out. And yes, you're allowed to have fun. And yes, you're allowed to watch Netflix. And yes, you're allowed to scroll on TikTok. But if that is causing more harm than good for you on that day, then don't indulge in that. And maybe limit yourself to 30 minutes on TikTok and 30 minutes on your yoga mat, 30 minutes of meditation and 30 minutes of Netflix. Time block. Until you feel like yourself again and those practices become a second habit for you, you have to set a little discipline. But it's okay for you to indulge in things that also give you pleasure in other ways, okay? Yeah, like for example, like this weekend, I texted my friends, I was like, I need to go out, because I was feeling lost, I was feeling stuck, I was feeling sad, I was feeling sorry for myself. And I was like, you know what, I need to go out, like I need to just forget about everything that's going on with me. No, don't avoid what's going on with you, face it. I'm still going out this weekend, but I'm going out this weekend because I figured now I'm going out in a way of, I'm going out to have fun because I deserve to have fun instead of I'm going out to avoid my problems. Balance. You get me. Like they said, do all things in moderation. And I think the third card is so on brand for this because it says address your addictions. Address your addictions, babe. Acknowledge your addictive patterns and behaviors that are stealing your life. This is something that I had to do. Like I had to figure out what was taking me away from myself, what was making me feel farther and farther away from my goals, what was making me unmotivated, what was discouraging me, what was making me feel like I'm not enough, what was making me feel like life just sucked at the moment. What was it? What are these patterns? What am I consuming? What am I feeding myself that is pushing me farther and farther away from myself? I loved this from the Oracle card deck. It said, identify the things that are robbing you of your creativity, connection, and peace. Just could be anything that you are choosing to put your energy in. And then you're wondering why you feel lost because, babe, you're placing yourself and putting yourself in these patterns that are pushing you farther and farther away from who you want to be. You watching Netflix for 30 hours a day ain't helping you, baby. You scrolling on TikTok is not helping you. You obsessing is not helping you. What are these patterns? What are these negative behaviors? What is taking you away and robbing your joy? What is robbing your peace? What is robbing your creativity? What is making you feel discouraged? Ask yourself those questions and fix it. For me, I am a very avoidant person. One of my patterns is that I avoid things until I break. And this week I had to break. I had to stop that pattern and just get real with myself. Another thing that I do is I kind of live life like I'm in a movie or a book. Kind of make my emotions a bigger deal than they are instead of being real with myself, because I don't want to exist in the real world. Like, I'm a delusional bitch. I mean, like, I'm delusional, I'm crazy. And that's something, like, that's a pattern that I have to break. I have to see things as they are and not as my mind makes them up to be. It's nothing to hate. Like, your patterns aren't anything wrong with you. Well, I'm not a therapist, but it's like acknowledging these things and having self-acceptance is going to push you farther than you think. Address what quote-unquote could be wrong with you. The fourth card, it says refine your attention. This is just so good, and it kind of goes back into the addiction thing. And notice the behaviors or attitudes that serve you or sabotage you. Are you constantly in this angry state of mind? I this week was angry. I was angry at the world. Like, I was mad for no reason, you know? And that attitude didn't serve the person that I wanted to be. Like, holding on to anger is too much work, for one. And it just like was pushing me and pulling me deeper into a hole that I didn't want to be in. It's farther. That is an attitude far, far away from my higher self. There's something that is sabotaging you right now. It could be your mindset. It could be your attitude, your feelings, your actions. Figure out what it is. Place your attention on the things that serve you and don't harm you, don't sabotage you. Align yourself with the behaviors and the attitudes and the mindsets of your higher self. The biggest reminder that I can give you is it's all about seeking yourself and doing something about it. Some questions that I really like that you should ask yourself and maybe journal about is, does your focus align with your goals? And then another question is, do your behaviors align with your intentions? Are my behaviors causing me to feel stuck, causing me to feel worse about myself? You have to ask yourself questions. Something else that I wanted to say is about discipline. Like, normally when I'm feeling lost and feeling sorry for myself, it's like I don't want to do nothing. I just want to stay here. It's easier to stay here, you know? But a realization that I had this week is that it's not about how you feel in this moment. It's about what you deserve. You deserve to show up for yourself because you are amazing. Changing my mindset of like, oh, I have to go to the gym, to I get to go to the gym, or oh, I have to figure out what's wrong with me so I can get out of this hole. I get to find myself again. When you're playing hide and seek, you have to be found. And you're just hiding right now. You're just hiding right now, and that's okay. But baby, come back to yourself. So yeah, that was just like, I hope this isn't all over the place. I hope you got something from it. If you take anything away, life is just always about learning and seeking yourself. And so when you're lost, you just have to be found again. Just redirect your attention. Redirect your focus. Seek yourself. And align yourself back up with who you want to be. And you'll find yourself again. And that is so beautiful. And it's amazing. And just like from a mindset change of I'm going to figure out what's wrong with me, why I'm in this situation, why I'm in this hole, I patched up a lot of what I felt was broken and lost. And you can do it too. And you got this. I believe in you. You can't stay lost forever. I love you guys so much. You are amazing. You are beautiful. And remember, you deserve to show up for you. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, give me your feedback. I love you guys so much, and until next time.
My hair is raindrops falling from a rooftop. Oh, baby, tell me